Hi everyone, it's Kristen Redman, and today we're going to go over the planetary aspects that are surrounding us and affecting us for this Valentine's week of February 13th through the 19th. And this week, of course, we're all focused on love, right? Because it's Valentine's Day, and that kind of brings that into focus whether you're in a relationship or not. This is the time of year when we all think about that one factor of love, and this is the year of love. It's the year of Venus, and I've been saying that, well, since I guess the beginning of the year, but it is. 2017 is the year of the heart. It's about what the heart wants. So this is a year where we think with our heart as opposed to our mind, because this is the year where happiness reigns. The universe is asking us through so many different astrological events, but especially these eclipses that we have happening in the sign of Leo. What makes you happy, my friend? Where are you unhappy in your life, and where do you want to see those changes? And the universe is behind you and dropping hints like crazy about what it is that needs to be changed and how it is that needs to be changed. And a lot of that started with the lunar eclipse that started last week. So we're still in a lot of that energy from that Leo lunar eclipse that started last week. This is the first of the eclipse cycle for this powerful year of the heart. Okay, eclipses are when we purge things, when we let things go. And interestingly enough, lunar eclipses are very relationship based. So there's a lot of chaotic energy that can happen around that time frame around relationships, okay? But to have Valentine's Day kind of smack dab in the middle between that lunar eclipse into the upcoming solar eclipse that's in 2 weeks, really interesting time frame for purging things in these relationships that's definitely not needed, that isn't working. And in fact, some relationships have ended, I guess you could say, is the best way to say it. And a lot of that energy is coming through that started last September, thanks to Jupiter going through that relationship focused sign Libra, transiting through, finally coming through, making things, magnifying things, blowing things up. All right, that's what Jupiter does. Big old planet blows it up. But that started in September, okay, and it hasn't been there for 14 years. So we're seeing on a global scale here, there's a lot of shifting and changing that's happening in personal relationships that hasn't happened like this for 14 years, 13, 14 years, okay? So we got a lot of that energy carrying through regardless for this Valentine's Day. So I see this Valentine's Day being a little bit different, I guess, than most, okay? Because this Valentine's Day, we've got that undercurrent of energy. We got a lot of folks out there that have encountered a lot of losses with these relationships. We've got that undercurrent of change that's happening thanks to the eclipses. We've got that purging that started pretty much in September when those changes really started taking foot. Now the massive push to get them out is going, so things may be moving quicker for some people. We've got that energy happening. And then we have, of course, like I said, Libra is such a star this year. Libra is the main focus of 2017, balancing the scales in these partnerships, these relationships, these one-on-one relationships we have in our lives that help us to kind of step outside of ourselves and share of ourselves with others, right? Marriage, business partnership, friendships, you name it. These things are changing in ways they haven't for quite some time. So you have that energy carrying through, okay? And Libra, okay, that's pushing those scales to be balanced this year, but it's ruled by that planet of Venus. And where Venus is at in the sky here tomorrow, okay, that planet of love, where that planet of love is for Valentine's Day, is in the sign of Aries. And Aries is a very self-focused sign. It's a very independent sign. It's very focused on what it wants to make things better and happy for itself. Because this is a year where the eclipse cycles, Jupiter going through, trying to bring happiness and opportunities, all of this is asking what you want, right? Let's remember that. So Venus tomorrow is going to be in that sign that's also asking those same things. Where do I want new beginnings? Where do I want to be free? What do I want? So you may find that this Valentine's Day, each person's going to be a little bit more focused on their own things. And it may be on various levels. You can fill in the blanks there. But I definitely feel that energy where you're kind of focused on more about what it is you want in this situation. So For some it may be good, for some it may be bad, but no matter what, lots of lessons are going to be learned because Saturn out there in the skies this week is touching this Venus, bringing through a lot of lessons to be learned through all of this process. So this is definitely an interesting Valentine's Day to say the least. Now the number one thing that I want everybody to keep in mind, okay, that my angels, especially Archangel Jophiel, the angel for Libra, and the angel of Venus, the angel of love and harmony, she wants us all to know that we have to cleanse and clear our energetic fields, okay, especially those of us that are empathic, because there are so many souls that are encountering losses in these relationships. And this week, there's so much of that energy that has nowhere to go, that it's just kind of getting puked out into the general population. So if you're going to Walmart to get groceries or get Valentine's or whatever it is you're doing, you're going to absorb it like a sponge. So they're asking us to kind of call on Archangel Jophiel. She's a feng shui angel. She's going to make sure energy flows where it needs to, and she's going to help heal that heart center where there's hurt. So hot pink, there's going to be hot pink everywhere you go, right? That'll be easy to remember her. Just imagine yourself in hot pink, or just visualize that color when you go places, and she will automatically help to balance the energies of those around you and prevent it from getting into your field, because everybody's purging something, okay? These eclipse cycles that we're in, they're purging no matter what. So you don't want to start it bringing on other people's things, okay? And to cleanse and clear your own, they want me to say that too. Google, go on YouTube and find some energy clearing meditations or cord cutting meditations, chakra clearing meditations, whatever it is. They want us to drink, get hydrated, bring out those toxins, and clear our fields, so that way we can kind of be rocking and rolling this week, okay? That's what they say. All right, I'm just telling you what they said with that. This is an interesting week, okay? We've got the sun that is transiting into the sign of Pisces. Remember, I was just saying we kind of are a little bit more empathic this week, and I do believe it's a combination of a number of things, but one of the main things is because the sun is transiting into a new sign. It's going into the last sign of the zodiac, Pisces. We're ending the year, okay? It's almost like 2016 is going to end again here as the sun tours through the sign over the next 4 weeks. And as it does so, it's a water sign. Pisces is a water sign, and it's the deepest feeling of the signs. It is the most empathic of the signs. So as the sun transits through there, our empathy skills go through the roof. Whether that's on a subconscious level, whether that's on a physical level as you're talking, you're more in tune with the other person, very much so. And it's very easy to blur that line, okay, where we lose ourselves in another person. So just be a little bit careful with that, especially as we go out and about, like I said this week, to not take on too much of the other person's purging, because they're purging it for a reason and you don't want it. So, but it's the sun. Now, another thing too, the beautiful side to that, as we become more mindful, of course, of how others are feeling, other people's feelings. This is a time, because it's the most spiritual, too, of the signs, where we become more in tune with our connection with God. We become more focused on our spirituality. We become more focused on our intuition in general. And right now, it's really trying to lead us to our dreams, making us happy, because this is ultimately what 2017 is trying to do, balance those scales and make us all happy in ways that we haven't been for quite some time. So when the sun's transiting through, it's shining a light on those dreams. What are you dreaming about? Do you want a new career? Do you want a new relationship? Do you want a new home? Do you want a new car? Whatever it is that you need to make you happy, the sun's going to help shine a light on that. And this eclipse cycle, no matter what, like I said, is going to start dropping hints like crazy from the universe as to what it is that needs to change and what needs to be done. Okay, now you may be getting an influx of those feelings and a lot of signs that are coming through. Don't feel forced to act on them. Okay, we got a lot of energy coming up over the next few weeks with this eclipse where things will be happening. But the action, I don't feel necessarily needs to happen until probably when the sun goes into Aries. That's the beginning of the new year. That's March 20th when that happens. But even after, because we're going to have Venus in retrograde at that time too. So that kind of pushes us even further into it. Interestingly enough, these signs are getting shown to us almost to the point where you're like, I have to act right now. And you don't, okay? Follow your intuition. If your intuition is telling you to hold on and wait, definitely listen to that. Heed that advice, okay? Because you don't want to rush. But if your intuition's telling you got to go, 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 then you need to do that too. But regardless, whatever it is, no matter what, Mercury is making, planet of thought, Mercury is making a connection with the planet Mars this week, the planet of action. So we've got some good energy behind it. If you've been putting in some thought and you really need to act, this is a good week to be doing that, okay? No matter what. The universe this week is just saying, you know what it is you want to do. You've got these dreams, you've got these ideas as to what it is you need to make happen. But you don't need to make the wheels go full momentum yet, right? You can do something else to kind of bring that. Do little tiny steps for what it is you want. All the universe wants to know is that your intention is there for change, that you want things to move forward, okay? So whatever it is, tiny little steps, okay? Let's go easy. Let's do that car. For some reason, I'm focused on a car here. Let's say you do want to get a new car, okay? And let's say you are able to financially start doing that. You start putting out the ad for the old car that you want to get rid of, and you start manifesting what it is you want for the new car, okay? That's a little step, right? Just getting your listing ready for that old car when you're ready to sell it. Maybe it's not right now, but at least you're getting that. You're sending the signal to the universe, I want to sell this car. Let's go bigger. Maybe it's a job you want to do, okay? Maybe it's a big change. Maybe you're going from being an accountant to being an artist, okay? You want to make this major change because that is what will make you happy on the inside. I'm not saying quit, you're getting signs from the universe like crazy this week that your accountant job's terrible. You can't get along with anybody. Everything's reaching ahead. But maybe it's not time to leave yet. Instead of running out, maybe it's a sign to start listing some of your beautiful drawings or whatever it is your art is online. Maybe you're ready to start pursuing things. Maybe you're ready to start making new LinkedIn connections with these people, with galleries, whatever it is. It's like tiny little steps. They don't even have to be big. It could be you just coming up with a business name. It could be you going down to the county clerk's office and filing for your doing business as your DBA. It's a tiny step. But it's a step that shows the universe this is the direction I want to go to. And you know what the universe does when you start sowing seeds of intention? It starts bringing back fruition. And especially when we've got this energy around us of these eclipses, whatever you do in this time frame magnifies what's going on into the energy of the universe. So little steps, baby steps, just like on that movie, What About Bob? Remember that? Baby steps. You got to do little things, and it's the truth. It certainly is the truth. To get what it is we want, we got to take little tiny steps to start with. So, okay. I'm going to do an energy reading for the week. It's energy reading here. We're going to see what angels are around us or what energy they have through the stones, and then in turn also through the cards with more energy and information they want us to know for this week, beyond, of course, what the planets are telling us. So let's see. I can feel a tingle in my heart center. Okay, so what is it? Is it you? Look at you. Look at that. I pulled my one stone that I have that actually is purchased. All the other ones I get from a lady that harvests them for me, or mines for them. So they're naturally derived, but this one actually was one that I bought. Actually, no, it was given to me. It was given to me from a wonderful client. I wonder if she's watching. Thank you for these. From her mom, actually, that passed away last year about this time. Wasn't it? I think it was. Isn't that another beautiful sign? I wonder if that's part of it. Anyway, I'm sorry. Anyway, so this is a heart-shaped one, long and short of it. How ironic is that, the energy around that they would have me pull this. This isn't a specific archangel that's with this stone. This is a snowflake obsidian. So I know that we've still got Archangel Jophiel surrounding us this week when it comes to these things with love. But I love this stone because any black stone is going to be protective. It's going to be cleansing. It's going to remove the toxins from us that we don't need. And remember, I said we're going to need that on Super Alert this week, of course, to cleanse and clear our energetic fields. But look at this one. It's focused on the heart center, kind of acting like charcoal, cleansing and clearing what we don't need out of there anymore. Okay. What's beautiful about this stone, too, Not only does obsidian cleanse and protect and bring a lot of heightened intuition for us as well, it has these little tiny white flecks in it, okay, as the volcano erupts and it creates this beautiful, shiny, glassy, see here's like natural obsidian in its real form. It's very glassy as it cools, and it cools so fast. It's very rapid. And some of them, when they do, they get these little white pack marks in them because it cools in such a rapid format. And why they call it snowflake is because it takes on like a snowflake design. Long and short of it, that is the purity that comes through. That's like the brightness, that little tiny ray of hope at the end of the tunnel, right? That brings us that hope and purity that things will get better. And that's such a beautiful, beautifully worded thing to keep in mind this week as we cleanse and remove the debris that we don't need anymore, much like charcoal does. So, oh my goodness! Hi! Are you okay? Hope I didn't hurt you. Wow. There. Hello. Okay, let's try this again. All right. I'm going to do this guy 7 times. Whoa. 7 times because that is the 7th house of Libra, and we talk so much about that. And Archangel Jophiel is the angel for Libra, angel for the week. See what she has to tell us. Archangel Jophiel, what do you have to tell us? Aw, happiness. Isn't that something? Oh, and look at that. It says right there, the need to have more fun. Well, isn't that the case? We talked about that, really focusing on what it is that makes you happy, right? We're still looking at that, what it is you need to really bring yourself happy, and that ultimately, balances that heart center of giving and receiving. This is also a wonderful card in general for any of the water cards are going to deal with emotion, with relationships. This is a good sign that this week, this may even indicate somebody's getting married, somebody's getting a proposal, somebody's getting something wonderful. No matter what it is, there's a lot of great energy behind it. Anything relationship-wise, follow what your heart's telling you, and ultimately it's going to lead to something good. No matter how hard it is, as long as you're following your heart instead of your head this year, it's ultimately going to turn out to be something even better. So, all right, hold on just a sec. Let's pull another card too, because that's such a happy card. One of the best cards. That's a card that indicates marriage right there. But that's partnerships, isn't it? We're a lot of focus on that. Let's see what the main thing is they want us to focus on that with those partnerships. 6. Let's do it 3 more times. Hold on. Wow, I know that's like a million times there. Okay. No, that's not it either. No. I'm going to do this until I feel I need to stop, to be honest with you. Oh, here we go. Perfection. I don't feel like that's it either, is it? You know what? Maybe it is. You know what's interesting with this card, with the perfection, is that the meaning of it actually is kind of a little bit better than what you would imagine, because this person, she's trying to speak herself and say, this is what I want, this is what I need, and everything. But what we're ultimately trying to do is grow seeds of new things, right? We're trying to bear the fruit of something wonderful, and a lot of that comes through our words. A lot of times that comes through our intentions that we set into the universe, right? And that is what I'm feeling that they're saying this week with it as well, is that we're trying to set these intentions for good things to be happening, right? Like I said. So we're putting these wheels in motion, and just keep in mind that whatever it is we project, whether it's words, whether it's ideas, whether it's actions, the universe is especially listening this week, trying to bring us what it is that's happy ultimately this year. And so that way we can balance this heart center. So everybody, have a wonderful week, and happy Valentine's Day to you.